Okay, we're going to now show you code that demonstrates some of the ideas from what we were just talking about in the use of the preprocessor. And this piece of code is going to generate at random a 1,000 male elephant seal, actually southern male elephant seal weights. So let's look at it. We of course have our sharp includes, and here we're using 3 of the standard libraries. Each one has some functions already defined, declared, that are available to us for this. And so again, important rule: anytime there's a standard function that does the job, make use of it. Next thing we use is a very simple macro, and that's a sharp define of a constant, and we use the identifier for constants where we use all caps, and you can see one's called max elephant seal weight male 8,800 pounds, and min elephant seal weight male 4,400 pounds. If you want, you can look up the southern elephant seal females. They're considerably smaller, and they're typically somewhere in excess of 880 pounds. And now we have some more complicated macros. We again have some range. That's the gap between the minimum and max weight is 4,400. We want to generate a population of 1,000 sample weights. And here we're defining a macro that calls some code. And here you can recognize the code as our basic rand, which is found in standard library. And we modulo it over range. Why? Because we want to get something within the range of 0 to 4,400. Now the weight is going to be the weight over that's generated by this. So this macro coming after that macro makes use of it, plus the minimum elephant seal weight male. So we're generating a range, and we're adding it to what could be the minimum. So that could be anywhere from 0 to 4,400. And then we'll get, in effect, random weights in this range. And look how we generate them. And now we write a multi-line macro. And in this multi-line macro, the backslash character says the macro is really defined on 2 lines, and that could be extended as many backslashes are needed for that macro. And here we have some more elaborate code. For I equals 0, I less than population, I plus plus, data of I equals weight. So you can see what it's doing. For each entry in what has to be a array, our data array, we're going to call on this weight function. The weight function is calling on the weight over macro and adding in the minimum elephant seal weight. Finally, we have a function to print the data. It's a basic function that should be of no surprise to you. You have to pass in the array and the size, and it says just print the size, print it tab separated, and then every 10 values print on a new line. And then we actually have the code, and that code is int main, int I, int data of population, so we're getting our 1,000 there. So it's relatively easy to redefine this code. We could redefine also the range if we want, if we wanted to build something for the northern elephant seals, which are slightly lower, we could rewrite the code for northern elephant seals. Here again is something we've seen before. When we use the random number generator, we want each time we call the program to have something different, and this allows us to reset the seed based on a systems clock, and we don't always get the same values. So we get a different seed, so we'll get different data each time we call this. Then we get the fill. Notice, fill and all of this stuff depends on a preprocessor. And then you'd actually see, if you could expand, if you use that minus expand flag, what the actual code for these things would be. This is more readable. Population, fill, population. And let's execute the code. And just to show, I already compiled it. And sure enough, if you look at these numbers and just scan them, you can see they're in the given range. Okay, so that shows you how powerful macros are. One cautionary tale: nowadays in the C and C++ community, there's much less reliance on macros, especially ones that involve code. In general, for code segments, we either let the compiler optimize it, or, for example, in the C++ language and in some C compilers, you can call a function inline, and that asks the compiler to optimize it much like it would be for a macro, and that is much safer code, more checkable.